What's up, guys? Episode 6 of the Wink Weekly. You got me and Mr. Victor Rodriguez, owner of the franchise, on. We do not have a guest with us this week. We will pick that up again next week. A few technical difficulties on that, but we are going to go ahead and start rolling here. First off, Vic is going to talk to you about the waiver, and then I'm just going to kind of recap standings where everybody sets in the divisions. And as we get closer to the playoff race, we're going to start doing that, just kind of keep that top of mind for everybody. But Vic, tell us what you saw on the waiver wire for the week.
Well, I was anticipating it to be a lot bigger than what we got, especially with Nick having all the holes in his roster, along with Jaron. He's got 2 spots that he's needing to fill because he doesn't have those replacements. So I feel like the waiver wire is still going to be rolling until we get into Sunday. Me personally, I thought me getting Tyrod Taylor, I was trying to trade up to acquire him. Turned out better that person didn't accept. But that was surprising me. So now I have a quarterback, and I believe Juju Schuster, I believe that's how you pronounce his name. Great pickup by Mark, as we learned today that Martavis Bryant is going to be inactive this Sunday, so I think that's a great call by him. And then I think Kenny Stills picked up by Mike Green was a great addition, as he's Matt Moore's favorite target. Ever since that Matt Moore has played since last year to this year, I believe that he has double-digit points in every game. Small sample size, but a great sample size. The only thing is, we'll dive into his matchup later. I'll get more into that. But I predict a whole lot more coming from Nick and Jaron this week.
I like Matt Moore a lot. I've always kind of hoped the Cowboys' backup situation for a little while was in flux, and I always wanted them to go after Matt Moore. I like that guy. And then on Martavis Bryant situation, I've been out of pocket all day long, so I didn't hear that he was inactive. Are they going to trade him?
Today, Coach Thomas said that's the last thing on his agenda. He says he doesn't give a damn about that right now.
Okay.
And then about 11 o'clock my time, maybe noon, it came out that he was going to be inactive. He was informed today. And then the reporters asked him today, why did they think? And he said social media.
Right. Well, that's good.
So I do believe the trade deadline in the NFL is next week.
I think it is too, yeah.
So I don't know what Chris is going to do with him because he's the owner of him. He might hold on to him, might drop him. And just a reminder, the trade deadline for our league is Thanksgiving Day. So just heads up for everyone.
Perfect. As far as standings go right now in the East, Mark Woods is destroying people in his division. He's up 4 games there. Chris has got a pretty good lead. He's got a 3-game lead in his lead over Ganaway. Vic, you're hot on Cody's tail, but Cody's still got a 2-game lead there. So y'all's game this week will go a long way to trying to catch that if you're able to pull that out. And then I am leading my division, but only by a game. So honestly, the South's kind of the one that's up most in flux right now, and then the wild card position. The other 3 divisions, there's a little bit of a cushion there, but like I said, in the West, the franchise, if he's able to beat Cody, which they got a matchup this week, if he's able to beat Cody, that'd go a long way to trying to get him back in it. So with that being said, we are going to go ahead and roll on to matchups of the week. The first one we're going to talk about is Terrence Ganaway, in case you missed it, greatest of all time, against my team, the Genitals. As per the usual, I am not going to pick this game, but I'll let Vic make the pick there, and then I'll just add a little bit of commentary to go along.
All right, well, I'll first start off with Terrence's team. His biggest bye-week personnel is Leonard Fournette. Being out last week, escaped with a win, but we'll find out tomorrow, as we'll see. Stat corrections can be a barn burner. But I do believe he does still have a solid matchup. Joe Mixon, they're not trusting him for some reason in Cincinnati. Yeah. Mark Ingram is awesome, but so is Chicago's defense have now. Stephon Diggs, I believe, is going to be a decoy this week. The snaps. But I'm going to choose you to win. I like your core and your running back. It's always been LaShawn McCoy in them. The Bills, they have a thing up there in Buffalo called defend their dirt. So I think that LaShawn McCoy from here on out, this why big reason why I wanted Tyrod Taylor, is he has the easiest running back schedule from now until the championship week. So I think him and Tyrod is going to do awesome. Cam Newton, I expect to bounce back. He's always played great against Tampa Bay. And dinosaur Frank Gore, I think Cincinnati has some holes, but my big key for you this week is going to be Kyle Rudolph going against Cleveland. I think Minnesota's going to go in London and try to get the game over with, try not to do anything fancy. So I have you winning this one this week.
Yeah, I caught a little bit of a break with Fournette hitting a bye, obviously. I think this is one of those games where projections, in my opinion, are a little bit misleading. It's got me as a big favorite. I don't think it's that close. I think Alex Smith is playing lights out, so I don't think that it's as much of a lopsided. As far as the matchups go, it's acting like that it's lopsided one way or another, and I don't really see it like that. I see everything a little bit closer than what they've got it. But there you go. Vic is rolling with my team for the week. All right, second matchup that we've got for the week, we've got Freddie Thrower Jr., Mr. Jaron Brewer's team against the Switzer Sweets, Chris Powell's team. I have this game in a rout towards Chris. He is going to run away with this, I think. This is another one I'm looking at in almost every single matchup here. I got Chris across the board. Jaron has consistently over the years, Jaron has been a guy to be reckoned with, but this year has just not played out very well in his favor. I don't think his team's that bad, but he cannot get any consistency, any production from top to bottom out of those guys. So I am rolling with Chris this week.
Until Jaron starts making moves, I don't see anything change for him. It's an easy call. I don't think we need to dive into this one much.
Yep.
I'm going to roll with Chris this week. Tell Jaron, I talked to him last week. I told him he's got to make trades. Me and him were the same situation. We both started out 0-3. Differences, I was making transactions, and he's been absent, basically. The waiver wire should have been his friend this week, and he made 0 claims. So hopefully he gets something done.
Yeah. You don't ever want to doubt him because he has been so consistent, but it's been a rough year for Jaron. The third matchup we've got of the week, we've got Straight Cash Homie against Team Belichick mate, Mr. Mark Woods against John Hodges. Vic, I'm going to let you go ahead and roll out. Tell us what you think about this matchup.
John, it was unfortunate for him. He had a big lead going into Monday night over Chris Powell, but unfortunately he fell short, but there's nothing he could have done about it. So I'm going to take Mark winning this one. Even though it's kind of even from my perspective, but I think Amari Cooper comes back to show us what he's been doing the previous 5 weeks. And then I look over at Mark's team. It's been solid. I've been doubting it ever since the season started, but each and every day he's proved me different. But I do think he takes a hit with LeGarrette Blount and Carson Wentz if they lost Jason Peters over there. And as we recall, as last year, whenever the Eagles, they started off hot. As soon as one of their offensive linemen went down, I believe there was their guard last year, I believe they went 1-5 for the rest of the way, missed the playoffs. So I do think they take a big hit there.
Well, wasn't it Lane Johnson, their right tackle, that kid out of Oklahoma?
Actually, it was Lane Johnson last year.
Yeah.
And this time it's Peters. So I think he'll take a hit there, but I think he's got enough to recover with Chris Hogan going against the Chargers this week.
Yeah, I think so too. I hate Mark's team because I hate the Eagles. That's the only reason. Man, they're good. Carson Wentz, 31 points last week. I didn't expect Carson Wentz to put up 31 points. But once that game started out and he started rolling, I started feeling worse and worse about that matchup. I'm rolling with Mark again this week, though. I think Alshon Jeffrey that's kind of the weak spot for me. I feel like that Aguilar is kind of starting to supplant Jeffrey as the better option in Philadelphia, or at least he's getting the chances when it matters when they're in the end zone. So I think Alshon Jeffrey is kind of the weak link there, but I don't think it's going to matter that much. I am going to roll there with Mark again. I think Mark gets it done. He's been he's been pretty steady Eddie. He's 6-1, so it's a tough matchup for Hodges. But on to the fourth game of the week here. We've got Billy Luna, the Hood Rats, against Magnifipunt, Mr. Nick Latouf. For this matchup, I got Billy. I wouldn't say it's in a landslide, but I got Billy pretty strongly pulling this out. Phillip Rivers has played really, really well over the last several weeks, and Nick has. He's, I think, self-admittedly, he's struggled at times. He did. I saw that he dropped Sammy Watkins this week, which kind of cued my memory whenever he was talking in his little presser about how Sammy Watkins has got so much talent, but he can't get it done. And that just kind of seems like, for the most part, that seems like Nick's team from top to bottom. They got a lot of talent, but they can't score a whole lot of points at this point. But I am going to roll with the Hood Rats there this week. Like I said, I don't think it's a landslide, but I got Billy pretty strong in a win there.
I'm right there with you. Trying to work on his stuff, so I'll start with him. If you looked at his team, you'd be like, wow, there's something to work with. But if you look to the right, you see IR. He put it out there. He's trying to trade him. I don't think he's going to get much value. Aaron Rodgers doesn't come back till the championship week, so he's not eligible till then. Greg Olsen, he might get a little bit of something, but that's on him. A lot of buys. This is just one.
A lot of buys.
Billy caught a break, a much-needed break, even after that heartbreaking stat correction loss. He is tied second in the South. He's only one game behind, which is in yours. So this is a big week, I believe, for y'all's division. But he can close that gap, and I do think he will get it done this week. I imagine he's going to take out Robbie Anderson and put in DeAndre Hopkins. Tough matchup against Seattle, but nobody has film on Watson, except for, I believe, the 5 games that he's played. But I think Billy doesn't even need Hopkins to get through this game. So I'm rolling with him this week.
Yeah, I got Billy pulling that one out. Our 5th game of the week, we've got the franchise against Fourth Down Firepower. Vic, actually, this is your game, so I should pick this game, and then we'll let you talk about it. I think you're catching Cody on a really good week, to be honest with you. Todd Gurley's on bye. Alan Hearns is on bye. I thought you were quitting on us earlier on the week because you dropped like 6 guys all of a sudden. But I am going to take you this week, Vic. I think you've got more than what Cody's just got this week in options. If Todd Gurley was playing, I'd say it'd kind of be a toss-up, and I might even call it game of the week. But without Gurley, we'll have to wait and see if he's going to roll Theo Reddick out there, what he's going to do in that position. But the way it sits right now, notwithstanding some move out of Cody, I think you're going to pull this out, and I like your team to pull this out pretty big. Honestly, probably a double-digit win in my opinion. Tell me what you're thinking about the game, though.
Coming from a guy that's 20-2, it's very heartwarming.
24-2.
Oh, okay. So I am hoping you're right on this one. I hope this isn't one of those fluke losses. I don't think I'm trying to make progress. I'm trying to catch Cody. I'm trying to, as you see, I made a trade earlier to acquire the Vikings defense going against Cleveland. I hope that's something that gives me an edge. I do agree. I do think I caught Cody on a good week. First time we matched up, we were only 10-point difference. But I think he'll move Chris Thompson up in place of Todd Gurley. Yeah. He'll put Ted Ginn in for Alan Hearns. And then for his flex, I believe he'll go Jermaine Kearse. And then he's going to leave everything else in there. I hope I can get through, but you never know with Dak Prescott. He can do anything. Christian McCaffrey, I feel like he's due for a big game that we've been waiting for, and Antonio Brown. Even though Detroit has not allowed a 100-yard receiver this year, and in fantasy they're ranked 3rd, and I actually just picked them up a few minutes ago before we went on air here. But I want to say I hope I can do it. I hope I did enough for this week. I'm still going to always keep grinding. But I do like Javorius Allen against Miami tomorrow night. And beating Fowler, since Emmanuel Sanders is out, I like him. Going against that Chiefs defense.
Yeah, I got you. I got you pulling this one out this week. Like I said, unless Cody pulls some punches on that, I think you're going to win in double digits on that one. So, rolling on to game of the week. Game of the week this week, we've got It Hurts So Good, Mr. Joe Tigers team against Gas No Brakes, Mike Green. This game is a little bit of a challenge, honestly, because Deshaun Watson against Seattle, for me, is kind of the unknown there. Is Deshaun Watson going to continue to put up high 20s, 30 points? If he does, I'm taking Mike. If he doesn't, I'm taking Tiger. That's really the swing for me. I don't think he's going to do it. So with that being said, I'm rolling this week with It Hurts So Good. And man, Zach Ertz has been such a game breaker to this point for the year. I mean, he's the number one ranked tight end. Last 3 weeks, the worst game he's put up is 12 points. So that tight end position's been good for him this year. And Zach Ertz has played really well. So for the week, I am rolling with Tigers team there. What do you think, Vic?
First, I think Tigers should pay up his bet and wear that dress on that street corner. But I know what you mean with Zach Ertz. He scared me on Monday night.
Yeah.
But I pulled it out. I was nervous. I can't watch a Monday night game. Every time I flip it on, it does no good for me. So for the past couple weeks, your game, my game, I've been neglecting Monday Night Football. But I'm going to disagree with you, and actually I'm going to go with Gas No Brakes.
Okay.
Reason being, I think Tiger, he has too much invested in the Chicago and New Orleans game. Chicago has been surprisingly good at the wide receiver position, as they have not given up a touchdown in over 9 quarters. But those games have come at home, so he could pull it out, but I think Gas No Brakes is going to pull it out. I think Deshaun Watson is going to have a bad game from here on out. He's not going to be what he has been. Should have sold high on him. Jay Ajayi, I think he gets in the end zone tomorrow for the very first time this year. And A.J. Green, I believe he's going to put up monster stats. Maradula, I like him as a flex option. If it was one of his running backs, I might be leaning towards Tiger. But I'm going to go with Gas No Brakes, and I believe it's going to be about a 12-point win.
All right.
And 12-point win. But at that, I got to say, it's going to be a shootout.
Well, there you go.
Gas No Brakes.
That's our big disagreement of the week, I guess. I got Tiger win, and you got Mike pulling it out double digits. So, also as far as standings go, just so you guys know, obviously the 4 division winners are in. Right now, our wild cards are Victor and Tiger. So if you're not leading your division or you're not Victor or Tiger, you are currently out of the hunt for the money. So there's obviously a long way to go still. I am curious to see if that stat correction and that flip of a win is going to ultimately affect Billy's team. That would be insanity for that to happen.
And Terrence is also on a close one this week. He won by 0.4. So tomorrow's a big day for them. And also I want to add about the playoff things. Over the past few years, we've always done it. The top half is always competing against each other. And this year we all agreed that the number 1 seed is going to face the lower seed. So normally it would have been the number 1 seed always played either the 5th wild card, which usually in the past has been probably the 2nd or 3rd best team. Last year was Mark. He was the 5th seed. And then Nick was actually the 6th seed. And the way it's split up, it just doesn't work in the favor of the number 1 seed. And I think the number 1 seed should have that extra token, I guess. I mean, he earned it. So I just want to throw that out there, that the seeds will be changed. And that's something we're mainly going to have to do when that time comes.
Yeah, right now, I mean, Chris and Cody are both 6-1, so they're currently both slated for a bye. But yeah, like you said, it might shake out a little bit different coming down the road. But that's what we got for you guys this week. Hopefully you enjoyed episode 6. Best of luck to everybody this week, unless you're playing me or Vic. And let us know what you like, what you didn't like. Go Dodgers. I hate the Astros. So I just saw the Dodgers hit a home run, and that's what I was fist pumping to a second ago. So we'll see you guys next week, and look forward to getting somebody on with us. And like I said, best of luck to everybody. Hope everybody's having fun this year. I know I am. And we will start trash talking tomorrow, I guess.
Indeed.